Lassie. Lassie was supposed to revolutionize the game, but there's a reason most competitive players avoid her. She launched the entire pet system back in 2021 as the very first pet you unlock at Town Hall 14. She's got the highest movement speed in the game, matching goblins at speed 32, and she can jump walls just like hog riders. On paper, she should absolutely dominate with her high damage per second at max level. Her high jumper ability lets her bypass any wall and reach targets hiding behind barriers. She moves lightning fast and targets any building within range of her assigned hero. When your hero dies, she just becomes a normal troop attacking the nearest buildings. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. Her aggressive AI programming makes her rush ahead of your heroes straight into danger zones where she gets absolutely deleted by defenses. It doesn't matter how much damage you can deal if you're dead within the first 10 seconds of the attack. Competitive players rarely use Lassie because high DPS means absolutely nothing if you can't survive long enough to use it, but at least Lassie tries to deal damage. This next pet has a completely different problem: Electro Owl. This owl can chain lightning just like an Electro Dragon, but its biggest strength is also its fatal weakness. Released as the second pet in 2021, the Electro Owl mirrors Electro Dragon mechanics perfectly, with chain lightning that jumps to one additional target for 80% of the original damage. But here's where it gets interesting. Its attack range changes completely depending on which hero you pair it with. 1 tile range with Barbarian King, 5 tiles with Archer Queen, and a massive 7 tiles with Grand Warden. It always targets the exact same enemy as its assigned hero, which makes it work really well in air compositions like Lava Loon and Electro Dragon attacks. The chain lightning effect can soften up clustered buildings and provide some decent cleanup support when you position it correctly in the right scenarios. Here's the problem though. It has extremely low hit points compared to other offensive pets. When you pair it with ground heroes like the Barbarian King, air defenses can target it directly, and it gets melted faster than ice cream in summer. Having a 7-tile range means absolutely nothing if you can't survive long enough to actually use that range effectively. Speaking of survival, this next pet has more health than any other pet in the game, but somehow that's still not enough. Mighty Yak. This tank has more health than any other pet and can break walls better than wall breakers, so why don't more players use it? The Mighty Yak is supposed to be the ultimate tank with the highest hit points of any pet in the game. Its Wallbuster ability deals a massive 24 bucks damage multiplier specifically against walls, making it way more effective than even maxed out wall breakers. It even gets an 8-second rage boost that kicks in automatically when its assigned hero dies, giving it extra speed and damage. Originally, when it first came out, it actually had splash damage that could hit multiple targets, but Supercell nerfed it down to single target attacks in September 2021 because it was apparently too strong for balance. It's specifically designed for queen charge strategies where you desperately need walls broken and some initial tanking to get your queen into the base safely. The rage state gives it super barbarian-like movement speed and damage output after your hero dies. But here's the problem that many players complain about: while its wall busting is excellent, its damage per second against other buildings isn't as impressive as some other pets. Many competitive players find other pets more appealing because pure tanking alone doesn't always provide enough value compared to the utility other pets offer. At least the Yak tries to break things down. This next pet focuses on slowing everything down instead. Frosty. This pet can slow down defenses across the base, and that's just the beginning of what it offers. Released in 2022 alongside the Town Hall 15 update, Frosty is completely focused on ice-themed battlefield control mechanics. It applies a slowing debuff to defenses within range, reducing their attack speed and overall damage output over time. Think of it like having a portable ice golem effect that follows your hero around the entire battlefield. But wait, there's more! Its frostmites continuously spawn throughout the attack and specifically target defensive structures, while completely ignoring resource buildings and enemy troops unless absolutely no defenses remain on the base. It works exceptionally well when paired with Grand Warden for enhanced support synergy, or with Barbarian King when you need some frontline protection during the initial push. The frost slowing effect works on most defenses in the game, but it cannot reset single target Inferno Tower charges like Ice Golems can. The slowing effect provides the most value against high damage, slow firing defenses like Monoliths and Eagle Artillery, where reducing their attack speed gives your troops real survivability benefits that you can actually feel during the attack. It's not as game-changing as some other abilities, but it provides consistent defensive mitigation that works across multiple different attack strategies. Slowing down defenses is useful, but what if you could just delete the things shooting at you instead? Poison Lizard. This lizard deals poison damage just like a headhunter, but make one mistake and it becomes completely useless. The Poison Lizard is basically a portable headhunter unit with solid damage per second values among pets in the game. It specializes specifically in eliminating enemy clan castle troops, defending heroes, and those annoying ground skeletons through poison attacks that deal damage over time instead of burst damage. It pairs incredibly well with the Grand Warden for clearing clan castle defenders during Warden Walk strategies, where the range synergy allows it to operate safely positioned behind your main army without getting targeted. The poison effect continues dealing damage to targets even after the initial contact, which makes it lethal against grouped enemies that are clustered together. You can watch enemy heroes and clan castle troops just melt away from the poison damage over time. Here's the massive problem though, it has an extremely low health pool that makes it vulnerable to literally any concentrated defensive fire. It requires absolutely perfect positioning and precise timing to be effective, because if you mess up even slightly, it gets deleted instantly and provides zero value. Some competitive players use the Poison Lizard in specialized anti-hero strategies because when it actually works correctly, it's incredibly effective. High damage but low health seems to be a recurring theme here. But what if there was a pet that could heal your heroes instead? Unicorn. Everyone thinks they know exactly how to use the Unicorn, but there might be better strategies than what most people expect. The Unicorn completely revolutionized hero sustainability as a personal healing companion that can heal both ground and air units without any restrictions. Unlike regular healer units, it provides consistent healing around 50 to 90 hit points per second that doesn't diminish or reduce during active combat situations. It has wall jumping abilities just like other pets and follows your heroes literally anywhere on the battlefield with its healing range that's always active. Most players automatically assume it pairs best with the Archer Queen for traditional Queen Walk strategies, and while this works incredibly well, there are other effective combinations too. The Unicorn pairs excellently with the Barbarian King for sustained tanking operations, especially when operating around the outside of bases where other healing sources aren't present. The Unicorn received updates in early 2025, gaining additional levels to address power creep concerns and maintain its effectiveness at higher Town Hall levels. The pet is extremely popular in competitive play because reliable healing support adapts to virtually any strategy you can think of. It works across different Town Hall levels, player skill levels, and meta shifts that happen over time. Many top players consider it one of the most versatile and consistently valuable pets in the game. High healing rates are definitely impressive, but this next pet does something no other pet can do. It controls minds. Angry Jelly. This jelly can control your hero's mind for 35 seconds, and it's completely invulnerable while doing it. Released in 2024 with the Town Hall 16 update, the Angry Jelly features the completely unique Brainwash ability that forces assigned heroes to target only defensive structures for 25 to 35 seconds depending on the pet's level. During this entire Brainwash duration, the pet remains completely invulnerable and untargetable while it's attached to your hero. This flying pet is completely immune to air defenses, traps, and literally all forms of damage while it's actively brainwashing your hero. It enables completely game-changing strategies like much deeper fireball placements with the Grand Warden, and it allows the Minion Prince to charge solo directly into heavily defended core sections without getting distracted by other buildings. It works exceptionally well with the Barbarian King for direct Eagle artillery targeting, and with the Archer Queen for focused defense elimination strategies. It provides absolutely no benefit to the Royal Champion though, since she already targets defenses exclusively by default. Once your hero dies or the Brainwash ability duration expires, the Angry Jelly becomes a normal attacking unit with decent damage output, but it completely loses its invulnerability. You're essentially sacrificing the substantial stats and special abilities of other pets for this highly specialized utility, but it introduces entirely new strategic possibilities by guaranteeing defense-focused targeting for extended periods. Mind control is absolutely crazy, but this brand new pet has an even weirder gimmick, Sneezy. This brand new pet doesn't even attack until your hero dies, but when it does, it becomes an absolute monster. Released in March 2025 with the massive Town Hall 17 update, Sneezy is a completely unique flying support unit that stays positioned behind its assigned hero without attacking anything. Instead of dealing damage, it spawns up to 2 tanky air units called Boogers that provide protection and absorb incoming damage from defenses. These Boogers are specifically designed to excel at absorbing red air mine damage and protecting your healer units during air operations, which addresses a major vulnerability that air-based strategies have always struggled with. When your assigned hero finally dies, Sneezy becomes enraged and transforms into a direct attacking unit with completely different mechanics. It outperforms the Electro Owl in virtually every air attack scenario, while providing superior defensive utility through the Booger spawning mechanism. In its enraged transformation mode, Sneezy deals the highest damage per second of any pet in the entire game at 450 at max level. This dual phase functionality makes it exceptional when paired with the Grand Warden for enhanced air support, with the Archer Queen for sustained operations, or with the Minion Prince for deep penetration strategies into heavily defended areas. Early competitive analysis suggests that Sneezy will become a cornerstone pet for air-heavy attack strategies, though its full meta impact is still developing as players explore optimal usage patterns. High damage in Phase 2 is really nice, But what if your pet could just ignore every single defense completely? Diggy. This pet travels underground where most defenses can't touch it, breaking conventional rules of base design. Released in 2022 with the Town Hall 15 update, Diggy is a revolutionary underground pet that travels beneath the surface, ignoring walls and many surface defenses entirely. Its unique pathing mechanic allows it to slip into key base compartments without taking damage from traditional defensive structures that can't target underground units. It features a stunning ability that temporarily disables the very first defense it encounters, providing significant tactical advantages for hero advancement and base penetration. Diggy will attack buildings it encounters, but its stunning ability only works on actual defensive structures. It works exceptionally well when paired with the Royal Champion, allowing her to dive into heavily defended core areas that would normally be difficult to reach safely. The ability to ignore walls and traditional funneling requirements changed how many players approach base penetration strategies. It creates unpredictable attack patterns that conventional defensive setups have difficulty countering effectively, because base designers traditionally didn't have to account for underground movement when planning their layouts. Diggy has become quite popular among competitive players because of its unique utility in breaking into compartmentalized base designs. Ignoring defenses completely is incredibly powerful, but what if your hero could just come back from the dead? Phoenix. When your hero dies, this pet brings them back to life completely invulnerable for 8 full seconds. Released in 2022 with the Town Hall 15 update, the Phoenix starts every single attack as a completely passive egg that provides the ultimate safety net through hero resurrection mechanics. When its assigned hero dies, the Phoenix immediately hatches and revives that hero for 8 seconds with complete invulnerability to absolutely all damage sources in the game. During this resurrection period, your heroes can still use their special abilities and spawn troops that remain active even after the second death occurs, effectively providing 2 full hero ability cycles per attack instead of just 1. The revived hero can even activate abilities manually after death if you have auto abilities disabled, providing incredible tactical flexibility for earthquake spell usage and optimal ability timing. This mechanic is incredibly powerful when paired with the Barbarian King for deep core penetration and trap triggering without any consequences, allowing him to dive fearlessly into the most heavily defended areas of any base. It also works effectively with other heroes, providing the Archer Queen additional survival time for sustained damage phases, or allowing other heroes extended operations in dangerous areas. The Phoenix revolutionized aggressive attack strategies by eliminating much of the risk of hero loss during critical attack phases. Phoenix has become extremely popular among competitive players, particularly when paired with the Barbarian King, and is widely considered one of the strongest meta pets available. Coming back from the dead is absolutely amazing, but what if you never had to die in the first place? Spirit Fox. This fox makes heroes invisible every few seconds, and it's considered one of the most powerful pets in competitive play. Released in 2023 with the Town Hall 16 update, the Spirit Fox features the game-defining Spirit Walk ability that creates alternating cycles of invisibility and vulnerability. The pet periodically turns both itself and its assigned hero invisible for 4 seconds, followed by a 6-second cooldown period, and it continues this exact cycle for as long as the pet survives. This invisibility effect forces defenses and defending troops to completely retarget, providing unmatched positioning advantages and survivability benefits that fundamentally changed how base penetration strategies work at higher Town Hall levels. Advanced players coordinate invisibility spells with the Fox's natural cycles to maintain extended invisibility coverage throughout entire attacks. It works exceptionally well when paired with the Royal Champion, amplifying her defense targeting power for extended invisible operations that can clear entire sections of bases without taking damage. The pet also benefits other heroes by making them nearly untouchable when timed correctly with supporting invisibility spells and proper positioning. The Spirit Fox has become extremely popular among competitive players, and is widely recognized as one of the most powerful pets for skilled players. Many consider it meta-defining because it fundamentally transformed competitive gameplay at the highest Town Hall levels, particularly at Town Hall 16, where it really shines. Spirit Fox seems incredibly powerful, but determining the absolute best pet depends on your strategy and playstyle.